stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway for tonight's running the IAA Xfinity Series. We've got 105 laps to run here tonight. Drivers have finished qualifying and currently getting gridded up. Trenton Jump starting on the outside of row 1. Your current points leader with 4 wins this season. He has got an 8-point gap over Chris Spencer in second with 3 wins this season. Car is rolling off. That means time to take you through the field. Starting on the pole is going to be Darren Bruce with Trent Jump on his outside. Row number 2 is going to be Randy Brashears and Eric Stamp. Row number 3, Wesley Crump and Sean Freeman. Row number 4, Trent Robinette and Steve Baker. Row number 5, Dustin Coggin and Logan Breakey. Row number 6, Gregory Carrico and Dalton Schley. Row number 7, Alan Duggar and Reggie Evans. Row number 8 will be Zane Bailey and Kel Butler, fresh name this week. Row number 9, Kyle Hardy and Michael Carter. Row number 10 will be Chris Spencer and James Rotruck. Row number 11, Dustin German and Braden Carter. Row number 12 will be Jeff Gilmore and Brian Beach. And bringing up the rear of the field is going to be Joshua Stott and Jimmy Emos. That's going to be your starting field tonight here at the new Atlanta Motor Speedway. New Atlanta configuration. And the green flag is out. Trent Jump going to lead him down into turn number 1 on the high side. Darren Bruce holding down low, side by side. Coming out of turn number 2 for the first time tonight with Randy Brashears and Eric Stamp right behind them. Going across the line for the first time tonight. Trenton Jump is going to lead that first lap. Trenton Jump going to move out a little bit higher on the high side. It's going to be a little further forward on the high side. Trenton Jump, Eric Stamp. Is that right behind them? Is that Freeman? Freeman up there outside row 3. Good to see him up front. Don't often get to see him up in the front of these races, so it's great to see him up here. A little deeper in the field. Kind of spread out a little bit back here. Gregory Carrico name we haven't talked about in a while. He's, geez, I'm not sure. This might even be his first start of the season. Not sure. Oh, and we got one around. Oh, no, it's Randy Bashir's, and Carrico goes upside down. It's like Coggin's going to get hit, go up into the wall. My goodness, what a big wreck right there at the front of the field. Oh, and Carrico just taps Evans. Oh, man. Big wreck early here at Atlanta. Let's take this one back and see what happened here. Oh, Robinette gets into Bashir's corner. Robinette was just too low. Tried to get up above the paint. Bashir's is right there. Got his rear quarter. Baker checks up. Gets up into Carrico. Coggin into Bashir's. And it's just calamity from there. Carrico hard hitting the wall, then flips over. Jeez, that was almost a little bit like what we saw at Talladega in the Cup Series the other night. NASCAR Cup Series, that is. Coggin goes nose into the wall. Is that Hardy going around with side-by-side tandem going around with his teammate Michael Carter? Look. Tough luck for Randy Bashir's. Man, this poor guy. All season, just rough goes. Had a couple of good races, but man, just we say it almost every week. He's wrong place, wrong time. It's just unfortunate for Randy. Hate to see it. Qualified really well up front and ends up just getting taken out by Trent Robinette. Of course, we mean nothing malicious, just kind of a racing incident, but nevertheless. Looks like they're going to be choosing this time. Gonna stack them back up, heading down to turn number 1. Randy's had to use his fast repair. Man, it really, real bummer when you got to use it so early in the race. We're only on lap 7 of 105. Being this high-speed track, it could click off quickly, but still, just sucks when you got to use it that early. Eric Stamp has taken the inside row. I believe Trenton Jump is his teammate, and actually, I think Logan Brakey might even be part of that. So it could be 3 teammates there right in the front. And the green flag is back out for Eric Stamp. Stamp going to bring him across the line with Jump and Brakey. Those 3 got a great restart all together. They got to be teammates. Restarts like that don't happen without the radio communication. Breaky's going to fall back just a tad. Break off of that pack between Stamp and Jump. And wow, that singled out very quickly up here. He rows double file back towards the back. But for the most part, they have just singled out. Well, yeah, like 20 minutes ago. If it's a black car, SUV, then probably the black road. Okay. Bye. Eric Stamp continuing to lead over Trenton Jump. Like Freeman is forming up that high line outside of Logan Breaky with Dalton Schley giving him a bit of a push. Darren Bruce on the low side of Crump. 55 Braden Carter. And this 64 car, mentioned at the top of the show, new name this week. And that Mountain Dew lime green 64 car. Front was getting a little bit messed up there for a second. Like Young kind of stepped out of line of Stamp. Both lines, high and low, not really having a great job, doing a great job working together as far as keeping those cars stable. Everybody's trying. The thing is, we can see them bobbing and weaving back and forth, and that really just costs plenty of speed when they're, you know, wiggling back and forth like that, opposed to being straight locked on each other, keeping the arrow a lot tighter. So what we often see with teammates is when they can get in line and keep it going nice and smooth, and they can end up breaking away from the field. We've seen that a few times at other super speedways. But it is early here at Atlanta, lap number 13 of 105. Whoa, Duggar has a big wiggle. Trying to get in behind Chris Spencer. Steve Baker in the back. That's not a typical thing we see from him. Baker usually one of the front runners. Freeman still at the front of that high line, needing that push from Schley behind him. Looks like they're closing in a bit here, but again, they keep bobbing and weaving. It's just hard to lock bumpers if you can't get those things straight. You don't want to bump someone's rear quarter and end up sending them. Back across the line, lap number 16. Oh, Logan Breaky falls out of line. What's going on with him? Is he pitting? What the heck just happened? No, he got back up on track. I'm not really sure what the heck just happened to Logan Breaky. But he dropped like a rock from inside line 3. Inside line, the third line from now we're back at the 13th. Front still gonna carry on. Darren Bruce, they're going to replace him in the third line, inside line, third row inside line. There we go. Back down into turn number 3. Still see Cam and Freeman out front. Looking off the back of Freeman's car. See the whole pack behind him. It's a pretty cool view. See that bump coming from Schley. On the roof, Eric Stamp. Gonna watch Trenton jump, give him a big old push. Down into turn number 1. Should see a push coming down the straight here. Let's see. Almost. He caught up to him right at the end of the straightaway. So these guys seem to be having, see, breaking the draft right there. Unintentional, of course, but then jump catches up, but he's back and forth, back and forth. You can't get a push on the rear quarter like I had mentioned. So he's not able to just get right into him and go. Down the back stretch. Oh man, Brashear's off the lead lap now. Oh, we got one in the wall. A Schley. See what just happened. Did he get forced up there? Or did he just make a mistake? Row number 2 on the high side. Oh, that was weird. He kind of just went straight for the wall. Ooh, correct. Oh, that was weird. Corrected it, but didn't, like, turn back. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Whoops. Wrong button. Apologies for that one. Here we go. Row number 2 on the high side. Looks like he just gets loose right there. Corrects it. And then it just goes up to the wall. And there it is. Bummer. He's going to have to hit the pits, but we got a caution while we were looking at that replay. Let's see what happened. Well. There it is. All right. I see Zane Bailey in there, so let's take a look. Oh, Freeman got out of line. I think Bailey got tagged there and then kind of just piled up. Brakey ends up getting in that because he dropped to the back. Actually, looks like he might have got out of that unscathed, but man, what a hard hit that 64 took. Dug her right in the back of Spencer. Hardy in it again. Brashear's again. Actually, I think he might have just been passing through, slowed way down. So let's see. believe that might be Road Truck that got him, but it kind of looked like Bailey was checking up for Robinette. Oh, sure. Let's go on board with Road Truck and see what he sees. Yeah, just kind of checked up a little bit. Not even. Oh, Michael Carter got a hard hit in the wall, too. Oh, Brakey did end up losing his hood right there, getting some damage. Here we are on caution number 2. Lap 26 of 105. Green flag has come back out here at Atlanta. Eric Stamp is going to take the lead ahead of Trenton Jump. Darren Bruce currently running third. I think the field is really broken up here. For a few cars in the front. Wesley Crump looks like he's going to try and form up a high line right behind him. Down on the apron. It's like, yeah, he must have just got out of shape. He's not hitting pit road. Unfortunately, that restart caution really broke the field up. a look from the blimp. Yeah, I mean, you got top 9 right there. Kind of just kicks back here. Everybody's pretty broken up. It's surprising to see for a super speedway, quite honestly. You'd think that these cars would get together. We see smoke. Someone down on the apron. Oh, is that Hagen? No? Who was that? Oh, I think that was Eric Stamp. We have no cautions. Eric Stamp on the high side. Oh, he just gets loose all on his own. A little bit of contact from Crump after he had started to break free. There goes the nose on his car. Eric Stamp gets sent back to the pits. Tough break as he's been on the front row all night. Trenton Jump is going to be your current leader. Mike Carter pushing, excuse me, Braden Carter pushing him. Looks like the backpack is starting to get formed up a bit. It's going to take a few for them to all collect up together. But they're working on it. Meanwhile, this front pack is quite organized. Oh, contact with Jump and Crump. That's going to let Braden Carter move on the low side with 3 wide on the front row. Crump going to send it back behind Jump into line. Back down to 2 wide. Across the line, lap number 36. So Jump and Crump going to be up high, but Jump's going to jump back down low. Now he's kind of running the middle a bit. Now he's moving to the low side. What's he going to do? Is he going to slide in front of Crump, or is he going to stay where he's at? Looks like he's going to stay down low. Crump and Robinette getting together for a little bump drafting on the high side right there, heading down in the turn number 3. Darren Bruce and Logan Brakey are side by side behind those two in row number 3. Jump and Crump on the front line. Because this backpack isn't really... They're still having trouble getting formed up. They're very broken up. I'm not sure why they're not... why they're having so much trouble drafting. I think they're kind of just not... they're just not lining up. I don't know if they're... I don't know. But what I do know is Crump has surged ahead in the lead, and looks like he's going to move down to the low side in front of Jump. So Robinette's going to be out leading that high side for the moment. Crump is going to stay out front on the low side of Trenton Jump. Oh, a little bit loose on the tri-oval. Crump and Jump still controlling the front line. Bashir's still off the lead lap, unfortunately. Got a few cars ahead of him in line for free pass. Or lucky dog, whichever. If we get a caution, that is. Brakey make his way back up front. Right back up to where he was when he first dipped off. Third row inside. You know, Brakey wants to interject himself between Carter and Jump. Like we said, Jump and Brakey teammates. Jump is still leading that high line. However, whoa. Oh, okay. Eric Stamp off the lead lap. It's on way ahead. It kind of just threw me off for a minute, but I thought he had gotten a huge lead over everyone. So Jump, Carter, Brakey all moved to the high side as Stamp is down low. I'm kind of surprised. Well, if he would have jumped in there, it would have held him up quite a bit. As Carter is looking low. Jump. Ooh, Jump moves down. Carter moves down with him. Tight quarters in front of Stamp. They made it work. Back of the field is all single filed out. The only side-by-side action we've got is up here at the front. It's really about to become a top 10 fight right here as Bailey's closing up to the back of this front pack. The Brakey's still on the high side. He's going to be leading that line. You know, being out front, not good for fuel mileage. Not sure what the fuel window is here tonight, as we are on lap 46 of 105. That high line getting a bit more momentum now, catching up to Jump on the low line. Back to being neck and neck. Oh, that high side kind of breaking up. Coming out of the corner, Brakey and Crump were not lined up. And we can see the results of that as that line's kind of stalling out just a tad now. Robinette's going to move down to the low side. Now you got another big gap there. That high side is falling apart quick. Jump is going to head down low in front of Carter. Jump doing a great job of controlling this race. Controlling that front lane. Freeman up there on the high side, row number 3. Currently being shown 6. Keeping that thing up front and clean. Coggin heading down pit road. Not sure if this is unscheduled stop. Coggin off the lead lap. Is he grabbing some tires? He is. They're 3 wide up front. Brakey kind of got shuffled out of line, and he's going to get stuck outside. No, Crump's going to let him back in. Braden Carter going to take the lead on the low side. Jump moved up high, and it just kind of fell apart between him and Brakey and Crump. But they got it all back together and collect it up. Gonna try and form back up and get up there. Now, if we were to compare that camera shot right there between now and the beginning of the race, talked a lot at the beginning of the race in regards to them bobbing and weaving back and forth, but if you took a look at that shot coming down the backstretch, we could see they really straightened out and not bobbing and weaving so much as the laps click off. Coming up to the halfway point, actually, halfway point right here on the center of the backstretch. So we have just crossed the halfway mark in this race. Braden Carter out front, leading with Trenton Jump on the high side, but a bit of a break between him and Brakey. Oh, Robinette gets up. Almost contact with Brakey. They're keeping them pretty steady, but they're not perfectly lined up, but they're not so bouncy. They were very bouncy at the beginning of the race. Every lap that goes by is more and more practice, of course. Or I should say more experience. How about that? Kyle Hardy back here in 16th. Let's talk about him for a minute. Currently sitting in 5th place. He's got 10 top 10s, more than anybody else in the series, including the points leaders. He's sitting in 5th. He's our back-to-back champ for the last 2 years. But he's still searching for that first win of the year. He still has not been able to get that car into victory lane. So Hardy trying to go for the three-peat on championships in the IAA Xfinity Series. Kind of struggling a bit right now. Still in the top 5 in points, so not terrible. But surprising that we haven't seen him get that thing into victory lane so far. Trenton Jump is the leader on the points and the race. Gonna head down the backstretch. Ooh, Carter a little bit loose there. It's gonna show as the gap between him and Jump opens up a tad. Crump right on Robinette's back bumper. Stamp off the lead lap, but he is able to perform help out up there with the drafting as his car is not torn up. I believe he took a yes, he did take a fast repair. We're on the back of Eric Stamp's car, looking back at the leader, Trenton Jump, and the rest of the field. Oh, what just happened to Brakey? Ah, he pitted. Not sure if that was a scheduled stop or not. Oh, Brakey 2 laps down. Yeah, he's out. Not out, but I mean, it'll be hard to come back from that with 2 laps down with as many cars as there are off of the lead lap at the moment. So this front pack starting to kind of break up, single file out, fall apart here. Oh man, Jump and Stamp are really just having a hard time getting those cars locked up as they come across through the dog leg. Front D. Oh, there goes Freeman. Gets down on the paint and car starts to come around. He collects it down on the apron. No caution. Unfortunate for Freeman. He's having a great night. Up front all night. Wondering if he's going to take this opportunity to pit. Seems like he's going pretty slow. I think he's going to hit pit road, yeah. Makes a mistake. Going to use this as an opportunity to take his fuel and tires. Get that out of the way and done. Jump still up front. Jump trying to make it 5 wins this season. Currently got 4. Most of anyone in the series this season. Trenton Jump. Trent Robinette. We got Trenton and Trent. That's why they got me mixed up. And then Wesley Crump, Dalton Schley. Nope, I'm sorry. Schley is off the lead lap. Trenton Jump, Trent Robinette, Wesley Crump, Braden Carter, and Darren Bruce are your top 5 right now. Eric Stamp out in the front of that pack is off the lead lap, but still able to help out with the draft. It's actually Jump and Stamp being teammates. It's actually going to help Jump out a lot to have Stamp right in front of him because he's still controlling this field and leading laps, but he's saving fuel by being behind, not being the first car in line. So they're kind of breaking away a bit. It's like Braden Carter and Wesley Crump side by side. Robinette starting to close it back up to Jump just a tad. Gilmore on pit road. See, this is going to kick off a series of green flag pit stops. Baker been working hard, making his way up through the field. Where he was way in the back towards the start of this race, and now he's up inside the top 10, sitting in 9th right now. He's putting in the work, getting that car back up towards the front, where we typically see him. Gilmore off of pit road. Jump gonna bring him across the line for lap number 68. Whoa, Eric Stamp getting loose right there. Loose in front of Crump. Crump probably had to lift just a bit. No contact between those two. The high line being led by Robinette. Stamp off the lead lap. Crump behind them. Zane Bailey. Bailey's got the gap between him and Crump, so he's going to have to try and pick up some air and get up to the back bumper of Crump. Here he goes. Got quite a run coming up to him right now. Front. Looks like Brakey's trying to get past Braden Carter so he can get up to the back and jump. He's looking. Again, he's not on the lead lap. Oh, and Robinette goes around off the nose of Stamp. Oh, just heard an engine pop right there. We have got cars everywhere. I'm gonna go look for this replay now. Let's see. High line. Jump gets a little out. Oh, yeah, he gets loose. There's a gap between him and Stamp, but he gets loose. And actually, Stamp didn't even touch him, but Robinette comes down across Darren Bruce's nose. Bruce goes up in a Schley. Bailey slams right into the back of him with nowhere to go. Robinette whips that thing back down low. Was that Schley that just blew up? It's either Schley or Bailey, I believe. Might have been Bailey. Oh, man, I didn't see Beach get Schley like that. Dang. Oh, man. Beach trying to avoid it and probably could have woed up a little more, but see Brian Beach down on the bottom right, trying to avoid, and Bruce comes down. Actually, hold on. Did they make contact? From this camera, it didn't look like they did. Ah, yeah, they did. So Beach trying to avoid it. Coggin gets Bruce. They come down, just barely get Brian Beach. Beach goes up into Schley and hammers his rear quarter. At no fault of his own. But Schley just goes for some 360s. This brings us back live, and wow, we're watching all those replays. They have double filed up. We're about to go back racing. The lights are still on the pace car, so they're doubled up, but the lights are still on. Right now, your top 5. Trenton Jump, Wesley Crump, Braden Carter, Darren Bruce, and Steve Baker is up in the top 5. Pace car is off. The green flag is back out for Trenton Jump. Oh! The 4 car missed a gear. I believe Bruce missed a gear or spun the tires. That inside row stacks right up. Let's go on board with him and see what just happened. Alright, let's see. That is Bruce. Let's go on board for the restart. That was very odd. He just didn't hit the throttle. Ah, I think he was in 4th gear. I think he tried to restart in 4th gear. Caused a bit of a stack up. Luckily, nobody got wrecked out of it. Everybody did a great job of handling that situation. Braden Carter has the lead. Trenton Jump tries to make a move, but he ends up down on the apron. That's not where he wants to be now. A little loose off of turn 2, stuck down on the apron. Teammate Eric Stamp trying to come to the rescue. 3 wide down in the turn 3. Stamp, Bailey, Freeman. Still 3 wide off of turn number 4. Here they go back down to 2 wide. Rainey Bashir's up in that front pack fighting around with them. Still off the lead lap. 1 lap down. Brashears just needs 1 more caution and to stay ahead of Breaky, and he can get that lap back. Braden Carter is going to continue to lead this one. Trenton Jump. Looks like he was trying to make a move on Evans. He's got some work back for him. Nobody's really made much for passes in this race, quite honestly. We've just kind of been bouncing around a little bit, but not a whole lot of big position moving. Braden Carter's been up front there for a good while. Oh, Michael Carter a little loose off that. And Reggie Evans in 04 is going to pay the price for him. It's Gonna let Trenton Jump grab a spot, though. He's gonna be right behind Michael Carter now. Low line, row 4. He's gonna be putting in the work, trying to get back up there. Meanwhile, look who's out front here. Steve Baker. All the way from the back. Right on the front row. Right in position to start leading some laps. You can get a little push from the cars behind him. Wesley Crump, Randy Shears. We have got just 23 laps to go. We've got a Randy Brashear's amount of laps to go. 23. Zane Bailey not really staying right behind Brashear's. Darren Bruce right up there in position. Right behind Braden Carter in the second row. Jump trying to get by Carter, but he just doesn't have enough. Oh, a little bit of contact with Carter and Brashears. She was able to avoid any chaos or issue. Jump has moved up to the high line now into the third row in front of Brashears. He's going to try and get by Carter up there. What do you do? Looks like Carter fell back from Bruce just a tad. Jump wasn't quite in the right spot to make a move down there, though. I think that's even what he wants to do. Is that Freeman? Yeah, Freeman go back up there in 7th. Out of the draft. Still battling up here side by side. Baker and Carter exchanging blows back and forth side by side, lap after lap. Crump and Bruce behind them. Michael Carter and Trenton Jump. The row 3. So we got 2 Carters up here. Michael. Laps to go. Baker's going out ahead. It's just going to be back and forth here. When is somebody going to make a move? Jump was looking. Well, you know, at some point, Jump is going to make some kind of move here because he's been leading quite a bit. There's no way he's just going to sit there and accept a lesser spot further down the podium. Pylon, I guess. Off the back of Braden Carter. 15 to go. We're bobbing and weaving, a little bit loose out of a couple of these cars. Nice little bump from Bruce. Steve Baker's going to surge out ahead. Wesley Crump's got to close that in so he can give him a push, but Darren Bruce is getting to the back bumper of Carter before Crump can get the Baker. Both lines formed up very well as we got 14 to go. We just had one in the wall. Baker going to do? Is he going to just keep that car right up in the high line? Is he going to try and block Carter? Right now he's going to stay up in the high line. He doesn't have the room to go down low if he wanted to. What is he going to do? He might just stay up there where Crump's working pretty well with him. Oh! Contact! Baker moves down the track and Carter, he gets on Carter's nose, gets a little bit loose, collects it up, no problem, keeps it right on the front row. Crump does a great job not running him over. 12 to go. Like Crump had to wiggle through the corner that time. We've seen a lot of loose cars here. It's a little odd for a super speedway. Not wrecking loose, but wiggle loose. Still neck and neck. Braden Carter, Steve Baker. Jump. Gonna make the move on the outside. Here he goes. He's looking outside of Crump. And there's 3 wide. Oh, Baker gets sent in the wall. They're 4 wide. Now 3 wide still at the front. Oh, and a big wreck right here. Leaders wrapped up. Jump. Bruce. Crump. Oh, and a big one. Another big wreck here at Atlanta. Oh, man. Got a lot of front contenders right there. Oh, man. Yeah, that 3 wide, it's only a matter of time. You know, we're going to have to take this even back because we had a lot just happen right there. Let's see. Crump gets into the back of Baker. I think they had just a bit of a draft break there. Baker gets sent up the track, slams the wall. Now they're pushed 4 wide, gets down in the jump. Really doesn't affect jump. Trying to get a good angle on this one. It's like Bruce just kind of slid up the track and Crump was right there to collect him. Not sure. Maybe he didn't realize they were about 3 wide. Brashear's in again. Oh, man. Looks like he got clipped by Reggie Evans and slam backs that thing into the wall. Brian Beach, Jeff Gilmore. Just a mess. So that is going to bring us out to our 4th caution. I believe everybody just pitted. Yeah, looks like everybody just pitted. Well, Trenton Jump is being shown as 6th. Guessing he probably just went and took a fast repair. The lights off on the pace car. Pace car is off. Lights are off. Now the pace car is off. And we're waiting for that green flag. Carter Brothers up front. Row number 1. Green flag is out for Braden Carter. Good restart for Braden. Michael right behind him. The front's kind of broken off a bit. Robinette's going to fall down into the low line. Road truck right behind him. First time showing up here tonight. And looks like Bailey just had an incident. That's not going to cause a yellow flag. So we got Carter and Carter up front. First 2 rows low side. Road truck making his way on the high side. He said he just showed up to the party. Inside of 10 to go. 6 laps to go. Everybody's getting a little dicey here. Trenton Jump is 5 rows deep on the inside. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it up. Road truck and Freeman. Oh, Freeman's loose through the corner. Collects it up. They're 3 wide again. Crump's been 3 wide in the middle, right in that same spot, and it didn't work out so good. Back up front here, the Carters 1-2 still. Almost looks like Braden's trying to break Michael's draft. Baker moves up to the high side behind Robinette. Crump's going to sneak in behind Robinette on the low side. And they're bumping and banging and beating back and forth. Gilmore all over the place. All over the back bumper of Crump. We got 4 laps to go. Oh no, and Crump gets sent down to the low line. We're going to have a wreck. Is that Jump again? Oh, that was. Caution number 5, so that's going to give us a green-white checkered. Jump, I think he's about done now. Man. What a bomber for Trenton Jump. Such a great night. It kind of just piles on from there.